It's just a couple of weeks until Halloween. If you enjoy the spookiness of the holiday, there's a fun way to experience and explore the supernatural.
Saratoga Springs is now offering special guided ghost tours through some of their most infamous paranormal spots. This is a unique trolley ride that I personally got to experience, and it's offering a one-of-a-kind mix of history and horror, all under a full moon.
The streets of Saratoga Springs are lined with history, homes, and events, both good and bad, that have shaped it. With some of these buildings well over 100 years old, they've had their fair share of owners and visitors, some who may have never left.
They do see apparitions of a man standing inside the house, but they always smell a wet dog.
The ghosts of a man and his dog. That's what some who've spent a night at the historic Bachelor Mansion on Circular Street claim they've seen. It's one of the many stories you'll hear on the popular Ghosts of Saratoga Trolley Tour.
One of the things to look for by the end of the night is if you've had some kind of an event yourself. I can't tell you the number of times I've given tours and the number of people that will see something or record it on their phones. The other thing that does happen quite often is people's phones drop in power drastically. Spirits can, a lot of times, in order to manifest themselves, etc., are going to take energy any place they can get it.
Our guide is Charlie Kenzel, an expert in Saratoga's paranormal places and events. From the ghosts of women dancing in their favorite dresses to a long-dead mayor still trying to rearrange his former home. It's a mix of intriguing and disturbing tales. Take, for example, one of our first stops, Lake Avenue Elementary. While children learn, laugh, and play in these classrooms during the day, at night, different things have been at play since the school was built back in 1923 near a much older cemetery where some of Saratoga's first residents were buried.
As they were going to break ground on the property, they said they thought they got most of the remains out.
Custodians assigned to clean the building soon began experiencing some unbelievable encounters.
Quite often, there would be two orbs of light that would come out and move around on the floor, around their legs, etc. Usually the first time that happened, that caused that custodian to go down the staircase very, very quickly, down to the head custodian's office to want to know what the heck was going on. And they said it happens to all of us. It's the girls. The girls come out and they want to play.
They say Saratoga Springs has an unusual amount of paranormal energy due to the underground mineral springs pouring all sorts of energy into the town. While the truth behind these supernatural stories may be blurry, there's no shortage of people willing to seek them out on dark October nights like this.
You made it back safely. I'm glad to see that. The
Yes.
Ghosts of Saratoga Trolley Tours are a collaboration of Discover Saratoga and the Saratoga Springs History Museum. You can catch a ride for the next 2 Thursdays, including on Halloween.
Yeah, I do need to mention something here. When I did take this ride, as you mentioned, they say weird things happen sometimes, including with your cell phones. I take a lot of my news notes on my phone.
Right, yeah.
Well, I had 10 minutes worth of notes on there, and all of a sudden I looked down, they vanished. I'm like, what? Is my phone glitching out? What is happening right here? I just chalked it up to a bug, restarted the phone, redid all my notes, and as the tour guide was pointing to another building nearby, one of the haunted locations, I looked down again, my notes vanished. A second time, I actually had to switch over to like pen and paper to write because weird things were going on. With my technology. And they say that's because the ghosts, the spirits, they draw on energy to come out. And if they can find any energy, whatever they can get, they start to suck it in to manifest themselves.
Wow. So. It is a little spooky, a little creepy. And Reed, you often are monitoring energy and what's going on in the atmosphere as well, right? If I could bring it back to that.
I don't know if I have a spooky meter, though, that can pick up on that kind of stuff. But, hey, we can look into that one.
A spookometer, as it were.
There you go. That'd be a good way to put it.